Hi again, welcome to step 2 of this free sales funnel building course. I'm assuming you've just signed up to a free 14-day trial of Clickfunnels, so if you haven't, be sure to pause this video, click the big button under step 1 for an exclusive 2 weeks free, and then come right back to this video so I can give you the know-how on creating your killer sales funnel. So jumping straight in, this is what your Clickfunnels dashboard will look like. Before we actually get started, we need to set up and integrate these 3 things so we can get our funnel working and fully up and running straight away. So the first one is payment, our domain, and an email. So in order to do this, we're going to click up here by username, go down to account settings, and then once we're in account settings, we can control everything down here in setup. So we have integrations, payment gateways, email, and domain. So the first one, payment gateways, and add new payment gateway. And now you can see all of the payment integrations that you can use with your funnel to actually start receiving payments from your customers. So as you can see, we have Stripe, PayPal, JVZoo, Infusionsoft, ClickBank, basically all of the payment methods that you would need. Now, the next thing we need to sort out is domains. So if we click down onto domains and add new domain, now we can register a new domain or add a current domain that you own. So I'm going to add an existing domain, and it is as simple as just typing it in. Click add domain, and it gives you a quick instruction on how to add a CNAME record pointing to ClickFunnels so your funnel works in accordance with your domain. Then you can press done. And once you are done there, then we can go on to email integrations. And as you can see, it gives you 2 options. You can monitor transactional emails only or transactional and marketing, which is definitely the one that I would recommend, as you can actually use this to retarget your audience or your email list in the future. So anyone that has, approached your funnel and just hasn't actually clicked through or bought your product, you can retarget them in the future using ClickFunnels with third-party integrations. Now, I'm actually going to show you a much easier way that you can integrate emails in video 4 of this course. So that is automating your sales funnel. So definitely be sure to check that video out after step 2 and 3. But for now, we're going to go up to ClickFunnels and then down to funnels. Now, this is your main funnel hub, okay? So any funnel that you create, any template that you use, they will all be in this one location. And of course, you can search for funnels you have created, but we don't have any funnels right now. So we're going to click on add new, and it gives us 2 options. The first one is a cookbook builder funnel. This is essentially a pre-made, done-for-you funnel. All you need to do is drag in your logo, your images and content, and it's super quick to use. Or you can use what I'm going to show you today, which is the classic funnel builder. This is just a very simple way to create your funnel from scratch. That way you can fully customize your funnel and set up everything your way. So let's click create new funnel. And as you can see, it gives us 3 goals to choose from. Now remember, when we are creating a funnel, we need an objective. So you have to think, what is your purpose for creating this funnel? Is it to generate sales? Is it to collect leads? Is it to get people to watch a video? And them 3 things specifically is what this is great for, okay? So we can collect people's emails, sell your product, or host a webinar. Really simple breakdowns. If you choose to sell your product or host a webinar, it will give you more extensive breakdowns for your goals and therefore has more variations of those page steps. So you may be an individual who wants to exchange a free ebook for somebody's information, okay? That's what we call a lead magnet. Or you may just be an e-commerce business who is selling their products online. I don't know what kind of business you're running, but for the most part, the theory behind creating a funnel is pretty similar. So for the sake of this course, I'm going to show you how to give away something in exchange for somebody's subscription, email, and or information. Or in other words, a lead magnet. So I'm going to select the collect emails option. And if I just name this collect emails, click build funnel. And just like that, it has given us a basic 2-step funnel layout that we can now work on. So that involves an opt-in page and a thank you page. From here, we can select our templates. There are hundreds of templates that we can use that you can search through, all of which correlate to different pages that you can select in ClickFunnels. And each one of them will give you a different selection of templates. So let's just select a quick template. You can preview the template or select it. I'm going to select it for now. And now our funnel has a template. So click edit page. And this is where the fun begins. This right here is our funnel builder. So now we're going to completely customize how we want our funnel to look, how it's going to sell, and more importantly, how we can collect those leads. Firstly, here's a quick guide around the funnel builder. So right up top, you will see sections, rows, columns, and elements. This is where we add our content. So if we are to add a section, we can choose the width. If we choose a full width section, we can literally drag in a section just like that. It's going to load up, and inside that section, we can add a new row. Let's have 2 columns. So now we have one row with 2 columns where we can start adding content. You can start to see how simple this is. Literally drag and drop everything. There is no better way to kill your time than making a sales funnel. Now let's add an element to this left column, and now you can see everything that we can do here, okay? So we can drag and drop, literally so simple, a headline. If we click on that headline, we have the basic text options as well as a hyperlink. And if we click settings, in the same way on the left, we have all of our customization options. So we can change the font size, the text color, to literally anything, okay? If we wanted to add something else, add new element, add an image, click on it once, and you can change your image. It is honestly so simple to use. So I've reset this back to the original template. Up here in the top left, we have the option to view it as a desktop or a mobile. So this is what it's going to look like on a mobile, so you can make sure it's fully optimized for launch. Applications and more advanced settings can be found up here as well, such as things like your background, custom coding if you prefer to do it the old way. I just love the drag and drop as it's so simple to use. Your metadata, as well as tracking codes. This is where you would install your Facebook pixels. We can also create pop-ups within Clickfunnels, super easy to set up and drag and drop just like the rest of the funnel. If you was to do this on a website, it would take much longer, plus you don't get the drag and drop benefits or the extra features. So that's enough about the funnel builder. Let's start creating and customizing your own funnel and making it as profitable as possible, okay? So what I would recommend is opening this video side by side with your funnel, and you can just copy everything I'm doing if you want to and adapt it with your own logo and product. Just be sure to click that save button every step of the way. The first thing that I want to do is rebrand this, okay? I want to get rid of anything on the template like this logo here and just rebrand it with my own content. So I'm going to click on this pre-installed logo, click the button next to image, and then upload my logo. I'm then going to increase the size of the logo. And of course, we can't see it right now because the background is too dark. So right now I'm hovering over this darker section. This is just an element. So if we go to settings, it's going to come up in exactly the same way, and then we can just change the color. I'm going to choose our staple, make it a sales funnel blue. And of course, there are so many other settings that we can tamper with here. One of the great things with sales funnels is that you're not locked to any position, so you can put any piece of content anywhere you would like. With that being said, I'm going to change this book here, and I'm just going to replace that with our Funnels for Moneymakers ebook. Resize that. And I'll just delete every other piece of content so we can run through it together. Now we need to add a headline, so something that is going to entice somebody to opt into our funnel. Once again, we can go up to elements and add element, or we can click right underneath the element that we've already installed, click add new element, click headline, double click so we can edit the text, and say something along the lines of how I added 6 figures to my e-commerce store by using this. And then what I'm going to do is add one more element, a headline again, one easy to read ebook. Let's add another element, this time a subheadline. And maybe just one more to really get them curious and state that what you're offering is something that they've never actually had before by ruling out anything that the industry offers. So now I'm going to go through all of these text elements and literally just change the fonts, the sizes. I might even underline some of the key things to take in. And even change the color. Cool. So, of course, you can play around with the color, the size, the font of the text as much as you like. What I'm going to do, though, is add another element. And this time, we're going to add an input field. So if we hover over it, go to settings, we can actually change what this input field is going to be used for, as well as the label, the font size, optimize it for mobile, absolutely everything, right? In most cases for this first field, it would be a name, so we can put first name. Of course, there's a lot more fields to choose from, depending on how many fields you want, as well as what type of funnel or information you want to collect. The placeholder text, this is literally what it says within the field. So your name here, and then we can just make it non-required, or required. So, of course, for a name, you would want it to be required. You can choose from a variety of fonts, change the font size, and select a custom mobile size if you want to. And like all the other elements, you can change the margin too. So after this, we can create another element, another field. This time we do want an email address, so I'm going to go down to email. And of course, right down here, we can choose whether we want to see it on a desktop only, on mobile only, or hide it completely. In most cases, you would want to select all, so it's on all platforms. And it's as simple as that. So we now have a name and email field where people can enter their details. Once again, click on element, under form is a button. Click on the button, and once again, we can customize it. Let's just put button text, I don't know, register now to find out. And let's change the size and the color as well. There's also themes we can actually choose from, so we can click any type of button, pre-made button already. And if we go to advanced settings, we can customize things like the corners, text shadow, the effect of the button once it's clicked on, and much more. If we go back into settings, then we can set the action. Once a user clicks on the button, we can submit the form, open a pop-up which we can create within the funnel, use a Facebook opt-in, go to any website URL by entering the link here, scroll to another section on that same page, or just simply hide the action or go to the next step in the funnel. I'm going to use a next step in the funnel, press back, and click save. And there we go. So now we have a fully working button. As you can see, every step of the way, once you set the action for your field or your button, it tells you right here in a label, goes to next step in funnel. The email or the first name, these will change accordingly to whatever you set these fields or buttons to, okay? I usually add one more text element just to ensure that the user's information won't be shared at all. And now we have a status of security info. I'm going to jump straight up into the funnel settings and change the background because the image in the back doesn't really represent my brand. And this time go to my background overlay and change the transparency as we can't really see the background. Nice and simple. So now we need to create a thank you page so that when people enter their details and click this submit button, we can ensure then that we've processed their information and upsell if we want to. So once again, let's make sure this is saved. Let's exit out of this page. Go to our thank you page. Same thing again, we can choose from a bunch of different thank you templates. I'm going to choose one at random here. Let's just select this one and click edit page. Now the main objective between funnel pages is to make it look the same, okay? So same background, same color theme. So even though we've chosen a completely different theme, I'm going to show you that you can still customize it to make it look the same as your previous steps in the funnel. First things first, let's delete all of the content from this template. Once that's done, I'm going to go to settings, background, and change my background to match the opt-in page. In the settings of this section, I'm also going to change the padding on the bottom. So now the funnel is stretched out. I'm even going to go back into the background and change the position so it fits the funnel. And there we go. So now we can start adding our elements. I've already kept a section here, so let's click add new element. And right here, it would be good to have a video. Let's drag that in. And then right underneath, add another element. We're going to add a headline. And I'm just going to drag that above. Now, if you've got other products or services that you would like to inform the customer of, then you can actually use this thank you page as a upsell page. So rather than putting thank you or thanks for your order all over your page, make sure that you put something like, wait, your order is not yet complete. And all that does is keep the buy-in circle open. I go into more detail in video 3 on how to up your conversion rate, but for now, let's carry on building this upsell page. So maybe you've got a course that you can sell with your ebook, follow up that headline with a sense of urgency, okay? One time only offer. You can't get this any other time. Then show them the value in the video. And on the right side, let's give them the option to add it to their order, as well as then purchase the product. Let's go on to add our image. I'm going to use the same image for now. Of course, this would normally be a different product or a course or, something that you are selling other than the product that you was originally promoting. So let's add another subheading to explain the secondary product. Let's add a button to add it to their order. And of course, for a paid product, we need to add a billing section. So scroll down and add a billing address form, and then it makes sense to swap that with the button. It's probably wise to make a few size adjustments. You get the idea. So to fill in the gaps under here, you could further promote your product or even add a share incentive and maybe even some Facebook comments as testimonials or reviews. And there we go. So now we could press save, preview each page from here. I'm actually going to bring up the first opt-in page. So now you can see the product you're promoting, enticing headlines, enter your details, click register now. And there we go. A further upsell page, a video, billing information if necessary, and live testimonials. So I really hope you can understand why we use ClickFunnels on a daily basis to make our sales funnels, okay? Really, really simple and easy. I must have said it thousands of times, but now you've seen for yourself. So much more to come in the next 3 videos. We're going to show you our best marketing tips for high conversion rates, automated sales strategies, as well as sustaining a constant flow of traffic. So play around with your templates, your themes, your colors, your font styles. Make it right for your business and your customers. Just know that we've done the hard work for you so you don't have to. I'll see you in video 3.